Hello everyone, this is Just a Dad. Today I'm going to compare these three grind and brew coffee makers. On the left we've got the Breville, model number BDC650SS. It sells for $300. In the middle we've got the Cuisinart, model number DGB-800 and DGB-900. On the right we've got the cheaper one, $70, Cuisinart Grind and Brew, model number DGB-550BKP1. So both of these cost $300. This one's about $330 sometimes. This thing's on sale right now on Amazon for $240. So the Breville and this middle Cuisinart are both Burr grinders. This cheaper one is a chop grinder. And when I say chop grinder, it has just like a chopper wheel. These actually have Burr grinders. Now, this one, I've got lots of access to the Burr grinder. This one, I have no access. I cannot take the bean hopper off. I cannot get inside there to clean that Burr grinder. But on this one, I've got, these both have bean hoppers, which is really nice. This one I can take off. When it's full of beans, I can get down in there and I can take that Burr grinder all apart. I can clean it up really nice. On this one, again, why Cuisinart did that, I have no access to it whatsoever. I've got a lot more functionality with this one. This is a grind size. Now all three will do a 12 pot full of coffee, and these are grind and brews, so they're automatic. They automatically grind the coffee into the filter area, and then they'll start the coffee maker and brew the water into them. So they all have kind of a complicated brew basket. This one's got like a really complicated brew basket. The coffee gets shot in here, the water comes in here. This one's not too complicated. Release, open up. The coffee and the water both come in the same area, but they're a little different. All of them you can use reusable filters, but this one I don't recommend using a paper filter on. And then this one's got kind of the same deal. Opens up, it's got this special cover for the brew head, and there's the brew basket. Because it's going to shoot the coffee grounds in here, and then the water is going to come in here. So this has a water reservoir where you're going to put the water. It does have a water filter you can install. Little carbon water filter. Here's the water reservoir you're going to put there in. It has a carbon water filter. This one has a water reservoir, and it matches the front display. So as you put more water in, that display goes up and down. That's really nice. And it's front access. So the control panel, this one looks very modern and very nice. The control panel looks really nice. It's a little tricky to work, but once you've used it a few times, it's not too bad. This one seems intimidating at first. I was very intimidated by this coffee maker, but it's very user-friendly. Even though it's got a lot of buttons, a big display, it does kind of walk you through. I've got 8 strengths I can choose for coffee. I've got 3 strengths, just one standard strength. So here's my strength selector. 1, 2, 3. This one's got 8. This is the only one that I can vary the size of the grind. Now probably the biggest thing, these brew into carafes. Now you can get them either with a glass carafe or a stainless steel one, either one of these. But this one does something special. It brews into a travel mug. So we press this button here. See how it looks like a carafe? We press this and it goes to single serve. Now it does ounces. I can brew 20 ounces into a really big travel mug, or like 18, or I can brew 8 ounces. I can brew 8 ounces into like a little cup. That's the biggest advantage of this one. You're able to do single serve just by putting the travel mug or a cup underneath here, or into a carafe. Here, you're brewing into a carafe. I just don't have the one in here right now, it's broke. All 3 of them have an option to turn the grinder off. If I turn this down to pre-ground, it turns the grinder off so I can put my own coffee ground, already pre-ground coffee in. Same here, just turn the grinder off. And same here, it has a grinder off button. So I've already got a comparison video with these two. I'm gonna brew a pot of coffee or just 4-cup pot of coffee with these two right now, and we'll see how it tastes. I'll come over here and hit this one, and then I'll hit start. This one has a nice countdown timer. Yeah, so this one grinds a lot more coffee. I've found that this thing tends to put a lot more ground coffee in the filter basket. On this one, I can go into the menu and I can calibrate that grinder. I've got a video on how to do that. So to me, this grinder was quieter than this one. This has some special features. It was doing preheating and then brewing. It can control the water going in and out of that filter basket. This one, as soon as the water goes in, it starts coming out the filter basket. No real control. Same with this one. This is pretty much just like a standard drip coffee maker after it shoots that ground coffee into the filter basket. So this one tastes better than this one because that's a chop grinder. I did find the Burr Grinder tasted better with this one when I did the comparison with these two. But we're going to find out which one's better between these two. And again, with this one, I got to put the coffee beans in each time I brew. I've got to measure out the amount of coffee beans. I got to put them in, put this lid on, and then it'll brew. And then after the brew, I got to take this out. I got to clean both of these after each use, which is a little bit more work, but it's not too bad. Both of them beep at you when it's done, but I can turn the beeps off on this one. In the menu, I can go ahead and turn the beeps off so it doesn't beep at you. So let's try to get some temperature. About 189. About 185 I saw. I saw 189. So they're pretty close to about the same temperature. So they're both sort of finishing up about the same time. Like I said, I'm only doing 4 cups. This one says it's got 3 seconds remaining, so this one's taking a little bit longer. This one is a little bit quicker. So again, this one beeped at me. It is done, so it did beat this one. This one's definitely louder towards the end of the brew, where this one was pretty consistently quiet during the whole brew. Okay, so this one's finishing up. It took about, and again it beeps at you, it took about 2.5 minutes longer than this one. All right, so let's pour a cup of coffee. This is gonna be really hot at first. Usually it's around 165, 160. This carafe, you gotta pour, you gotta get it really far over to pour. A little different. 165, yeah, that's about standard, 166. So it's hard to see any difference. They both look like they made a really good cup of coffee. Okay, so I want to say this is a better cup of coffee, but you know, like my brain is saying that's a fancier, it's better. You know, the Cuisinart made a really good cup of coffee. It might taste just a little bit better with the Cuisinart. Again, but I'm wanting that one to be better just because it just seems like it should be better. But boy, the Cuisinart did make a good cup of coffee. So I might have to go with taste a little bit with the Cuisinart. But again, I'm not a coffee expert by no means. Okay, let's open up. See how they did with the brew. I lift that up. There's the coffee. There's the cleanup. Let's open this one up. Cleanup's going to be about the same. Huh. Yeah, this one just didn't seem to do as good a job, did it? Got some unbrewed coffee up here. Well, again, everything tells you this one should be better. I mean, look, it just definitely looks more uniform. Even the grinds look more uniform. You've got some kind of some bigger chunks, but I'm not able to do grind size with this one. I am able to do grind size with this one. So this is a much better built machine. You know, this is a very good coffee maker in itself, but they're both the same price. This has more access. Again, it seems intimidating at first, but you get used to it very well, and it's a very nice coffee maker. I'm probably gonna have to go with the Breville, especially with it on sale now for $230. But even if with both of them around $300, I'm probably gonna have to go with the Breville just because there's so much more access to it. This one, I'm afraid, we're never gonna be able to access that that grinder. But it's a very nice looking coffee maker. Don't mind this. I dropped it. It is kind of a both of them are heavy coffee makers, but I dropped it. But it was built like a tank and still works. So thanks everybody for watching. I've got detailed videos on all three of these. I show you how to descale all of them. I show you how to set them up for the first time. And there's quite a few things I show you on this, how to calibrate the grinder and all. And so thanks everybody for watching. If you could, please like and subscribe.